It's 7:30. We're just getting up. I see Johnny's over there starting to make some preparations to make a breakfast. We were going to get up earlier than this, I think, and the plan is to get out on the water a little sooner today. However, we had a little bit of a restless night at around, I think it was 4:30 in the morning. Johnny's been having the dogs in his tent, and heard one of them start throwing up, and I heard Johnny over there, and so I figured Tilly must have, because Tilly seems to throw up fairly often. So anyway, around 5:30, Tilly comes snuffling over at my shoulder, so she stayed with me since 5:30. But she was kind of off and on. I think Specca was off and on. Turns out it wasn't her that threw up. It was Specca for the first time since I've been out with Specca. So, because Tilly's thrown up about 3-4 times on this trip so far. But her spirits are good. And Specca's are good too, so we don't got to worry about them. They're just over there, hanging out, being dogs. This is my my view from the hammock. Actually see the lake all the way around. Not super easy to see from the foot end. There's my feet there. It's still pretty nice. The wind blew pretty much all night, but it was never all that ferocious. It was actually maybe a little warm, if anything. Okay, I'm cooking this morning. Johnny's just getting us some more wood. Actually, we found quite a few pieces of hardwood, so we're good. Pre-made pancake mix. Just gonna go stuff it in my Primus 2-liter or whatever. It's not quite 2-liter pot, 1.5 I think. We got one frying pan that Dave brought us. It's got a little bit of a bow to it, so I think we're only gonna be able to make one pancake at a time. It's easy to make more. This is the add water only stuff. I've got maple sausage or just regular breakfast sausage. I got to put those on first, but I figured I'd mix this up. Pretty much every trip I've been on lately, I've set the butter on fire, so we'll see if that's going to happen again today. So these are Johnsonville original breakfast sausage. Let's see if I can get you zoom in on that. So, I haven't seen them yet this trip, but they're here. Yeah. You think I should take the grease out of the pan for the eggs, or for the... All right. In goes the pancakes. This first one, Dave, maybe you shouldn't have the first one. Well, it's kind of a test run. Let's try it. Ooh, almost knocked it. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, got a good feeling about this one. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Vitamin D in.
You okay? Having a good morning? Yeah? Are you winning because you didn't throw up and Specca did? You're all aloof now.
Yeah, 1-1.
Alright, I think mine's done. Oh, yeah. Is it ever? Alright.
No flap in that flapjack.
No! Thanks, Johnny. That's it. Breakfast. A little bit more minimal than yesterday's, I guess. Okay, so we're pretty much packed up. Got a little bit of an onshore wind again. Got the solar panel out. And that's my little Goal Zero crush light that I always use. Just charging up my Garmin watch. Doesn't really need it, it's still at 37%. But just in case we go a little further today, I don't want it to run out on me. Things I've lost so far. Johnny made me the cat food can stove. Can't find that.
What was the other two things? I got a battery charger that I can't seem to find, a little black one. I know that one's right here. And the last one, I'm kind of hoping somebody raided our site, looked at all of our expensive stuff and said, hey, I'm taking Chris's life jacket. Because it's not here. I looked through all the bushes that I thought I hid it in, so unless the wind came up and blew it out to sea here, because the wind was going out when we left camp, then I don't know. It's either that, or maybe when I look back through the footage, I'll see, hey, I got my life jacket on. Then it'll be like, hey, I don't have my life jacket on. So I'm hoping I find it here somewhere before we head out, because it would be a shame not to have it. But like I said before, I used to never wear the damn thing, and I've started wearing it as much as possible now. But if I don't have it, I don't have it. There's nothing I can do. So maybe we'll get lucky and I'll stumble across it. But if you see me without it, that's why. It's not because I don't want to be wearing it. But we're just about to leave. Gonna get the watch off the solar panel, and it was at 37%, and now it's at 82%. I don't know how long it's been, less than an hour. And that charge pack went from 24% to 65% in about an hour. So yeah, I think that's a win. We are off. The adventure begins. Okay, so right ahead of us is going to be Southeast Cove. We're going to go between this divide here and then hang a right. There's the boys in there. Yeah, this is the cove.
You look at it, you tell me if we can swim there on the way back. I'll jump it.
It looks amazing.
It's cool, hey? And Speck is not whining. It's like, wow.
Oh, she's tired. Look at her. Look at her face. That tired face. Hey, Speck. Let's see if we can get it in here. Nice. Alright, let's head down the cove, eh, pup? Hopefully there'll be enough time for my line to detangle. Yeah. I'm just coming in to the back side of this little island right here to the right. Johnny and Dave went to the other side of it. And I'm just trolling a, I don't know, 1.5 inch long Rapala. Kind of a silvery gold color with a black back. Single, no joints. I bought a new spoon just because I saw other people have luck with big speckled and lake trout with it. So I figured, that might be a good way to go. Anyway, had an old swivel on there which wasn't doing its job of keeping the line straight. So it just spun that line in circles. And yeah, I ended up losing about 10 minutes trying to catch Johnny and Dave because I had to stop. And when you're paddling solo in wind like that, and the wind was head on, I basically, every time I stopped to try to straighten the line, I went backwards. Like, I almost stopped immediately and started floating backwards. So kind of a little frustrating. So hopefully this will straighten the line out. I've reeled it in a couple times. It looks like it is starting to do the job. So. For anyone who doesn't know, that thing strapped down to the front seat of my canoe is my Platypus Gravity Works water filter. The reason we're bringing that is today we kind of ran out of water, and that's one of my biggest mistakes, is getting dehydrated, especially on day one. This way we can just keep filling it, have as much water as we want. All right, well I can see the water coming out right in front of the boat, right about right now. So that's where the inflow is. So we'll definitely have to fish around that. It's really shallow down in this end. Lots of lily pads. I haven't even bothered trying to troll for the last little bit. But we're just on the hunt for the portage. I don't see it yet. I would have assumed it'd be pretty obvious because this is obviously the way that most people come in. Most of the canoers anyway. Oh, you got one! A little perch? Oh well. That's good. Any fish is good. What you doing, Pot? What you doing? It's a lily pad. Leave it alone. So this is the first portage, and it's a bit mucky. We cut this all out because all this brush had creeped in, hoping that it clears out, but who knows. It's pretty extreme there. I don't know if this is the right one, if I'm honest. Get my pack and stuff on, load up again. So the brook is right there. I think I see an opening to the lake. No, I don't think we're that close. Maybe it's just the brook opens up. Oh my. I don't know how many meters into that portage I am so far. There's very little left to go. The path is not great. It veered left and right, and here was what was left on the left. So this is just part of the water system. Might catch something here. So maybe they just veered out here so people could fish it. I gotta go back through that and turn left, go around the top side. It's not too bad. Not well marked. Oh, we made it. That was difficult. There's the lake. Watch it, Speck. Girl. You just pretty much just turn it off there now. We are aboard Crooked Lake, and then above Crooked Lake I think is Second Crooked Lake, but that portage kind of sucked. I thought coming through this side with all the campsites on a little Nova Scotia site that we looked at, I thought that would be a heavily traveled one with portage markers, you know, those little yellow signs with the boat on them. No, nothing. Unless there's a totally different route, then it's kind of not been kept up, really. I'm sure some people are doing some trail maintenance to it, but it's obvious enough. We didn't get lost, but it's just, So this is kind of a cool lake. It's a bit scrubby on the sides. Kind of reminds me of Big Preeper. Now, when we were coming along, just over top of that hill right there, you could see the next, I guess it's called Second Crooked Lake. Actually pretty cool looking. Where Johnny and Dave are right now, there's a patch down to the next lake. Actually, I don't even think it's the next lake. I think it's still considered Crooked Lake. And so they can kind of go off that point and turn left right into the next lake. It's really strange. It's almost got like a little finger up to where they are. Or you can go around the end of that point and go to the very top. So I'm not really sure which way we'll go. This place is full of loons. was cool, Tilly. Huh? Did that loon come up near you guys too?
Cool.
Oh, he was howling at me and then popped up like within 20 feet behind me and then let out the big rip. I didn't expect him to be that close. Must be protecting the nest or something. But okay, we were just looking for the portage through to the next lake. The next one is called Blue Woods Lake, and then that connects down, I think, at some point to Bear Lake. There might be another little one in between. So this, I'll spin us sideways. We're kind of still at the top of, I think it's called Crooked Lake, and I think it's considered all one lake. Just spin me right around here. That goes towards the end of it, but straight off the bow is kind of the end, but then it turns to the right more again. It's a pretty little lake. The shoreline is scrubby again, which I'm not a big fan of, but we're getting more and more hardwoods. And this is, we're going into Blue Woods Lake. Yeah, Johnny, you're right. They definitely are there to...
Yes.
Look how smooth that is. Look where my dog's taking a leak. Jeez. Every time. This is Blue Woods Lake. We just came through that field of rock back there. We're going down to Bear Lake, which is somewhere straight that way. And the main part of Blue Woods Lake seems to go up that way. So it's okay, pup. We're going with them. I found another fishing boat, and by the looks of it, the portage. I wonder, it must be good fishing then. Oh, that portage is fairly obvious. I like that. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. See if we can get through here without scraping too much. Oh, yeah. Old pros, Tilly. We're old pros now. It's 1:13 right now. We've been going for 3 straight hours, and we've decided it's time to stop for lunch. Johnny and I are both going to brew up a coffee. Dave's going to pass on coffee today, or he says that now. He may change his mind. I've just got a sandwich I made out of the sausage from breakfast. I don't know what Johnny's got. Dave's got some... What do you got?
Crackers, carrot sticks.
Oh, he's got like a grab bag of crackers, carrot sticks, and all that. Johnny said something about peanut butter and crackers. So I'll get my little fancy feast brewing up. Get a little bit of the trail mix that I brought. Give some to the dog. We're right at the edge of Bear Lake. You can see that? And we're going to go paddle that and then probably turn around and head back. We didn't quite get down to whatever it is, little Ship Harbour thing. Little river lake, I think. But we're not so far off from it. So here's my sandwich. It is 3 sausage, a chipotle mayo, an Isle of Man cheddar. You want to buy this? Oh my god.
Spectacle.
Did you put any fir needles in, Johnny, for flavor? Make it more woodsy?
It is crooked. It's bare. Straight down rabbit hole. Oh, and then you go over the board.
Alright.
So it's going to go from bare right down to the pond. Go west into Rabbit Lake. And then down to Squirrel Lake.
Yeah.
Then you actually punch through over here.
Oh,
into
over top of that mountain?
Yeah. Or, yeah. That's what it says.
Yeah, we don't have time for that today. We'll be just heading out, eh?
Yeah.
We'll look at Bear Lake and then head out. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Dragonfly?
Here is the island. And the cabin's dock is just to the left there. Up there. Looks like he's got a big old canoe here as well. Oh, it's a nice looking cabin. On the side here. Jeez, nice. We'll just go look at it. We won't disturb anything. Yay. Oh, it's really nice. Got a big rowboat stuff. Try it. Owl's Nest Society member. Oh, cool. Okay, so here's the back of the cabin. Owl's Nest Society. It's really nice. But look at the toilet. Tilly, get out of that. Jeez. Chilli, come. Out of there. You're in my shot. Look at this pooper. That's quite the view of your backside. Come on, pup. That's awesome. Look at the other thing it's got. It's got a water catch system. I wonder if you'd even have a shower inside. That's fun. Come on, let's go. So here we sit at the Owl's Nest Society cabin, which I don't know what the Owl's Nest Society is. I thought it would be like some kind of bird watcher thing. Maybe it's actually like a fishing thing. But I figured it'd be a good time to introduce my new paddle that I bought from Bending Branches. Now, I probably should have done this maybe on day 1 because now it's got scratches on it. And this is the Java, I don't know if it's Java Street or Java ST, but that's what it is, Java ST, 58-inch, yeah, oval shaft, multi-patterned, fiberglass edge. This is their lightest weight one. That's not why I bought it. I bought it because it had the reinforced edge and that its name was Java, to be honest, because it's coffee fueled woodsman, eh? But as you can see, I've scratched it up already. But that's unavoidable here. Sometimes you can't see these rocks in the water and the granite just destroys the finish. It's not really damaged in any way. It just doesn't look as pretty as it did before we brought it out. It was about $200 and I got it delivered from a Canadian company. I can't remember. I'll put the link in the bottom for the company. Something Supply. Wilderness Supply, I believe. And I think shipping was free because it was over a certain amount of money, and it was from wherever Wilderness Supply is, probably Ontario or Quebec, to here in like 2 to 3 days. So it was an exciting day when it showed up. Now, this is Johnny's bending branches, and he was the inspiration for me to get that brand because I really liked his. It's heavier than mine, and I believe, yeah, this is called the Expedition Plus. It also has this T-handle, which I wasn't sure on, but now I kind of wish I could have got that in this paddle. But, you know, maybe my next paddle will be this one. This one, it's noticeably heavier, although it also is marketed as their most durable paddle. So for someone like me, when I buy a second paddle, I'll probably get this one. And then I'll have the option to go back and forth between the two. They're both beautiful paddles. So if you're... Anyway, we're just filtering some water. I see the first bag is done because we're all dehydrated. We were going to swim right here at this lake, Bear Lake. The water's gross. I don't mind filtering it. I don't want to swim in it. I was going to swim with all my clothes on. I still might, just to kind of wash them. But I'm not going to swim right here. You can't even see the bottom. It might be fine. I don't have any shoes with me. I don't really want to walk out on sludgy, gross bottom. So maybe if there's a rock in the center somewhere, we'll do that. There's a few here, but there's not a great spot to stand or even put the canoe on. So we got to go swimming soon. We had the dogs out in it at least. All right, we are almost out of Bear Lake. It was a tough paddle. When we came out of that cabin, we turned left and did a complete circle of the island. And I almost didn't make it. Like, I was almost slammed right into a couple of rocks sideways, but able to just recover it, so. We are back to the passage to Crooked Lake, where all the loons were. Well, this is looking windy. Oh, we go across the top though, don't we? So it got quite a bit more windy. See, I got a couple of water spots in the camera I'll have to deal with. Show you. That's a bit of the chop that we got going on. It's all right though. I mean, we're cutting across top of things and we'll be fairly sheltered. If we have to, we take a long way around here and there. It's not like really choppy or anything. Check that big rock. Just barely missed it. Struggle Brook. And right here in front of us is the portage around it. Alright. We cleared this out with our trimmers. That's why you can see the ground. You could not before. And there it is. Perch. We are through the Struggle Brook portage. Definitely a struggle for me. My legs are all cut to pieces from that brush that's just everywhere there. We're now back on Tangier Grand Lake. Johnny and Dave are just trying their luck over there with the fish. I caught one little perch right there and a couple more chased it, but yeah, didn't have any more luck than that. was hoping to get a trout or two from there, but no luck. Not a big deal. Look for a place to swim, because all of the other lakes that we were in today, none of them looked all that swim worthy. It's funny because yesterday coming through, yesterday and the day before, it seemed like everywhere we went was nice. Okay, hopefully that boat doesn't float away. Up to this little cabin. It's rough, but I bet you it'd be nice to come to in the winter. Yeah.
Did you hit a big rock?
Yes. Ooh, yeah, like, goodness.
Tilly's just walking.
I think I'm gonna put the canoe in right where you guys are.
You coming up?
Come on, girl, come on. Yeah, get in there. Get in there, yeah. What a girl.
Stay there.
Yeah, what a girl, what a dog. As you can tell, my clothes are all wet. I took those in and washed them as well. That spot was a little tricky though. It had sharp rocks that were the color of night underneath the water, so you couldn't see them. So you kind of you had to doggy paddle, feel your way through. Anyway, I ended up cutting my hand a little bit. Not that that really matters. Just the granite here is so darn sharp. I'm gonna have to call this the Lake of the Favorable Winds. Alright, we are pretty much back. I took my friggin' Chilli hat off to wash it, same time as my clothes, and then my canoe got away, and Johnny and Dave were far ahead of the game, and I started rushing and left the Chilli hat on the rock there, so I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow, which is fine because I think the plan for tomorrow, day 4, is to explore that side of the lake. So that's really not a very far jump in there for me to go grab that. We are 5 hours and 58 minutes of moving time, so 6 hours and 16.5 kilometers is the distance we traveled by water and foot today. I think Johnny stole my Chilli hat. Oh! And Dave is rehydrating our chili for supper. We are looking forward to that. I think I'm going to get into my Jim Beam bourbon. That's all I've drank. It's day 3. That's all I've drank. Johnny gave me a little smash off. He brought cognac.
Oh, Dave, how's the cognac? Dave's a little weebly.
Dave,
Settle it in now.
Dave's not a drinker, and he
I have literally 2 mouthfuls of it.
barely stand up. There's his meal. It's all looking very good. That coffee's way too bubbly, way too bubbly. Coffee got percolated, so that's what I'm having right now. Johnny and I had some Hawkins cheesies, some dill pickle Pringles.
That is quite the combination.
And he had his Buffalo Trace. I'm gonna eat it with it.
I might not even get sand in mine today.
Thanks, Dave. Tilly, don't you knock my coffee over.
Decent little spatula, I think.
That's probably enough for now, Dave. I think we're gonna have enough for seconds.
Yep.
There we go. There we go. Chili.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Dave.
And then there's some cheese there.
Oh, cheese to go with it. All right, time to eat. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, no problem.
Dave's supplied us with dessert, and it looks like coconut iced muffins, or cupcakes, sorry. looks like a mocha pot. Remember that one that I brought to Bates Lake? That like kind of bubbles and made really strong coffee. Okay, so everybody's off to bed. It was a long day. One thing I forgot to talk about is just how few bugs and things have been going on since we got here. Like when we first came in the road, there was quite a few horseflies, but they kind of just completely went away. We've had a few mosquitoes at night, just before dark. Dave brought a thermocell for the first night here and used that. Tonight we didn't have to use it at all. I think last night was too windy. Tonight is pretty much flat calm, so yeah, there was just no bugs at all, like nothing at all to speak of. We've seen like 2 leeches, haven't seen a tick anywhere, and as you saw, I was wearing shorts all day and running through that brush and grass and everything, and still haven't seen any. So it's been one of the more pleasant trips for little crawly insects, that's for sure. It's about 20 to 11, and we're all gonna go to sleep now. Hopefully sleep in tomorrow. We'll see. My dog kind of got everybody up early this morning, it seemed, and Johnny's as well, so hopefully that doesn't happen. See you in the morning.